There we go. Oh, look at that. Thought I'd do a panorama or a panning view just to show how overgrown log base has become. A lot of little baby trees sprouting out. It's amazing how fast nature wants to reclaim the land back. Gonna clear some of this out, probably for the last time, honestly. I'll just let this place grow in once all the logs are gone. Wow, look at that. The whole site is clear. I went everywhere. At log base, I did it all by axe too. My hands are sore. Yeah, did it all by axe. Went behind there, all the way through that there, and came back up here, and down the middle, and in between those beds. Cleared it all. Even did a little bit there. But yeah, that's all for today. And I'm gonna tomorrow I'll widen out the old trail. Start clearing the brush alongside the trail. Make the trail a lot more usable for when I have to haul all this stuff out of here, all these logs out of here. Widen up that trail. Probably bring some of those poplar logs down there so they can act as a log bed. Because I am going to need to be bringing logs down there, and I also am going to be bringing new logs in. So I'm going to need somewhere to store those logs and have it so that they're not on the ground. So I'm going to be bringing those down there tomorrow probably, or the next day. We'll see. Alrighty, well, here's the spot where I'm thinking of putting a pre-assembly. Not too far from my yard. This area is already clear for the most part. There's just a couple of trees that I would have to remove. Maybe that big maple and maybe that old poplar. But other than that, it's clear for the most part. Just some baby trees and some tall grass. This is where I started in the beginning. When I started and I was pointing the camera this way, there was nothing but small trees in the way. Could not see 5 feet in front of you, let alone all the way over there. But yeah, I managed to push all the brush back. Can now worry about fully clearing this area out. Gonna have to get rid of all this brush too, this big old brush pile. Maybe I'll make a big bonfire and burn it all. But yeah, the majority of the clearing is done. Just wanna do this to demonstrate the before and after. I'll do a walkthrough again once it's all been cut. Not gonna trim too much, just enough so that this trail is a little more easier to follow. It's actually pretty good up here. It's not too bad up here, because this area gets a lot of shade. I don't know, not a lot of plants grow here, I guess. So I won't have to do a lot up here, so that's good. Just mostly at the beginning of the trail. But that could easily be done pretty fast. And log base itself. Well, I just hauled those 6 big timbers right there. Those will make up the log beds to hold the new logs. Probably make the storage area around there. Alrighty, at the bridge, the beginning of entrance to the trail to log base. When I started this video in the morning, I was surrounded by bush. Now the trail is nice and open. Well, I am just a little ways out of the res. Parked my bike at the old junkyard. Not hauling anything out of these woods yet, but maybe tomorrow or the next day. We'll see. We'll see. Right now I'm just worrying about harvesting logs, and in here it looks pretty good. There's a couple of trees right off the bat that are already standing out to me. Probably get like 5 usable logs out of this one area. There's a couple of good better areas down the road too, but thought I would try the areas closer first, as it won't be as hard to haul the logs out of here. I'm thinking I might even use my e-bike to help haul the logs, but I'm not sure yet. We shall see. Alright, let's get to harvesting. Alrighty, well I just measured this tree. How I determine if it's a tree worth taking is I take my rope here, and then I take the measuring tape, run it the length, run it 25 inches. I then use that as a base to get the circumference of the log. If it's smaller than 25 inches in circumference, then I leave it. Yeah, so anything above 25 inches in circumference is a usable log. And this is just over 25 inches in circumference, so it's a usable log. I don't think I would use this if it were for like a 17 or 18 footer. But for these 12 or 14 footers, should be no issue. It does taper up there. That taper would be an issue if I was going for a much longer log, but for these 14 footers, it should be fine. There we go. Oh yeah, no, you can't even see it from out here. I thought it would be like hanging over the edge a little bit, but okay, you can kind of see it once you get close enough. But it's definitely not overhanging the road, so that's good. Oh yeah, once you get close enough, you could see it. Once I cut it to size though, it shouldn't be a problem. Alright, let's get to that. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't leaving a road hazard. I would take care of that right away if that happened. I am keeping that in mind too. I always make sure when I'm downing the trees that no one's passing when I down it. Alright, let's get back to it. Well, fully delimbed now. Just gotta cut her to size. Oh yeah, pretty big branches on this tree. Second log of the day. Let's cut her to size. Well, I'm about halfway through this big old tree here. This will be the third tree of the day. As you can see, there's quite obvious rot. It's even worse right there. My hope is, because it's pretty thick at the base, but then there's this big crooked spot. You can see it's almost like a I don't know, it's almost like a little slide or something. You can see a very obvious crooked spot in the log. I'm hoping if I cut up to there, the rest of the tree is fine, and I can still use the tree. That's worked for most trees. It doesn't always work though. Sometimes the rot does spread throughout the whole tree, but I'm gonna hope that it's just at the base and hasn't spread through the whole tree. There, well, I finally cut the big old crooked part off, and I'm still left with a decently usable log. Just gotta cut it off there, and I'll have another 14 footer. The third 14 footer of the day. This one had a particularly rotten butt, but cutting a little higher up the tree, and the wood is just fine. I'm glad those branches were a good indicator of that, because all the branches at the bottom, they just broke off. They were like dust. Just hit them with the butt of the axe and they just broke off. Once I got higher up though, I actually had to chop them off. So that's how I determined that the tree up higher up was still alive and in good condition, and it was just the bottom half. So let's cut this baby to size. Okay, well, third log of the day is cut to size. Well, I got this loaded in the back. It's a heavy duty little trolley here. It can pull up to 1,000 pounds almost. I think it's 900 or like 890 pounds, just shy of 900 pounds. So it's a really tough little trolley. This little trailer here that I have was only rated to 120 pounds. So this is almost 10 times that, this trolley. So I'm going to try to use these to move the logs. But I do have some pretty big logs to move. Just pulling this old log out here. Got another one up on that hill there too. And just in case it wasn't clear, I am in a junkyard. A lot of old car wrecks here. There's an old RV there. More car wrecks that way. Even some old snow machines. Literally in an old dump. But there's still some treasure to be found here. I am hauling these logs out of here. 14 footers. To get them to my bike. Okay, well, I got the log out of the bush. Just hauled it out from there. Bike is parked over there. Got the heavy duty trolley. I'm gonna try and see if I could somehow hook these two things up together. Can make one really long 6-wheeler trailer. And that should be enough to haul this log, but I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll see if it works first. Oh, a little chipmunk just ran over the road. But yeah. If I can only use this, then I'll just haul the logs with this and not use the bike to help me. I could get the logs to my house with this. It would just take me longer, probably like 20 minutes each time, but a lot better than trying to use the lever. And yeah, it'll save a lot of sore muscles, this little wagon. But I want to try and see if the e-bike can haul it, because the e-bike would really speed this process up. But let's see first. I just gotta strap it down. Nothing broke. Just to even show you, nothing broke. Just flipped on its side because this actually turns and swivels, because it's meant to be able to haul things and make turns on its own. So it as soon as I tried to move it, this was on the ground, and then it forced it to turn this way, and the whole thing slid off. But that shouldn't happen once I get it all strapped down. Well, there it is. Hopefully you can hear me with all this wind. But there's the setup. Holy moly. I don't know if the bike will be able to tow it. I just moved the log around a little bit, and it does seem to be pretty manageable. I was able to move it around with one arm. Demonstrate that. pull it with just one arm. It's like a 160-pound log. Pull it pretty easily with just one arm, so I'm hoping the bike will be able to manage. Thankfully I don't have any huge hill climbs with this load, because I don't think it could do it. It'd actually be pretty dangerous to try and do a hill climb with a load like this, because once you lose all that momentum going up, then what's stopping you from just rolling right back down like an uncontrolled slide back down. I do have to go down one hill with this payload though, so see how that is. Might have to do a turn into a longer road to burn off some of that speed I gained from going down the hill. Because I don't know if the brakes would be able to stop all this, or even slow it down that much. Let's try it though. Okay, it is attached now. Holy moly, what a load. I don't know if I'll be able to do this on the bike, but I'm gonna try. Oh my goodness, this looks nutty. Definitely pushing, if I can get this done, definitely pushing the bike to its limits. Oh my goodness. Well, I can't believe it, but the old bike did it. Oh my goodness. I was riding it pretty slow. I had to keep it at pedal assist 3 just to get it moving though. Used quite a bit of energy getting here, but I am hauling quite a load. It's like 163 pounds. Glad I didn't have any hill climbs, because I definitely couldn't make them. Not with this much payload. Look at this, I still have to walk all the way back just to get it all the way in frame. It's almost a 15-foot log there, ladies and gentlemen. Hauled about half a kilometer from where it was harvested. And only a couple minutes. That would have took me like 30 minutes if I had to just use that little trolley. But I got it here in short succession. So that looks like hauling these logs, at least some of them, with the e-bike is a go. As long as they're not too big, not too crazy, nothing too crazy. It does seem like it is possible, or it is possible. I proved it today. It is possible to move logs with your e-bike, as long as you have enough wheels to do it. This is an 8-wheeler here. Oh yeah. Well, now that I got the cabin log here, I'm gonna get one of these popular logs that I hauled out of the bush earlier in the week. And I'm probably gonna put it right there. I'll probably find another spot for it in a different day, but for now it'll just go right there. So yeah, let's move these little logs, then get that guy off the ground. Well, there's the first 14-footer log on one of the first beds made on this area. There's where a pre-assembly area is going to be, and here's where a new log bed will be. This is where I'm going to store the 12-footers, at least for now, at least until I find a better spot for them. This is where they shall be. Well, the old trailer is loaded up, so I'll attach it to the bike now. You can see the first log that was brought here yesterday, and I ran out of daylight. Gonna try and move some more logs today. Not sure how much though, but we'll see. Let's take it as it goes. Well, made it to location. Gonna unload the trailer. Even brought my axe. Not gonna be cutting down trees today though, at least I don't think. But yeah, I'm gonna cut down a pole so I can get leverage when I'm hauling some of these logs, because some of these logs are a little too heavy to be trying to pull with just rope alone. So I'm gonna cut a little pole and get some lever action in there. Yeah, gonna unload the trailer. Got one more log from this area and a couple more just across the road there. So I'm gonna try to haul all these logs out today, but if I don't get them all, then I'll get them the next day. I'm just hauling this old log out. I did cut a little pole so I can use a lever, but just hauling it with my hands seems to be doing the trick. So I'm gonna keep doing that. I'll whip out the lever if I really need it, but I just need to haul it down this hill, not very far. So let's do it. So this is how I prep it. Set up that trailer. They're both separate trailers. That's an actual bike trailer. That's just a heavy duty trolley. I took off the handle. It's easier to set it up this way. Then I'll hook it back on when I need to connect it to the actual bike. It's easy. It makes it easier for connecting to the bike, taking the whole handle off. Yeah, as you can see, this just lays there like that until there's actually weight on it to keep it in place. Then I'll strap it all down. Got these little trailers spaced about 10 feet apart from each other, and it's going to be hauling a 14-foot log. It's a little bigger than 14 feet actually. I usually cut a little bit bigger than what I need, just in case I have to cut off some if I make a mistake during the building process. Okay, so let's put this log on there, get it loaded up, get it hooked up to the bike. This one's a little chunkier than the one I hauled yesterday, so see how this one goes. I should be able to get a camera angle on this one. Well, trailer is hooked to the bike. The payload is strapped in. Go ahead and flip the bike on. Get it ready for this tow. Sitting at 96%, almost full. It was at 98 when I got here. Or I mean, it was at 98 when I left home. Gonna put the camera there, as promised. Gonna get a camera view of the actual towing. Make log number 2. Alrighty, little wagon is loaded back up in the bike trailer. Second log is unloaded. Now it's just time to hit the road again. Well, I was able to get one of the logs out of the bush. Just hold it here so it can be attached to the bike. Look at that. It holds that log pretty well. Another 14 footer, of course. Just stand back a little further so I can get it all in frame. Yeah, look at that. It holds the whole thing. Tires don't even look like they're stressing about it. And it's got a steel frame rather than aluminum. I think if I put this all the weight of this log on that aluminum trailer, it would probably snap. Or maybe it'd be able to hold the weight, but it wouldn't be able to tow it safely. So I'm glad I got this. It's like my heavy duty hauler now. Pretty good. Pretty happy with it. Okay, that should be good. Alrighty, well, the bike is fully loaded again. Let's get to towing. Mounted the camera in the same area. And that's log 3 moved. Well, the 8-wheeler is set up. Got the whole trailer set up now, or trailers I should say. But once this whole log is on there, it acts as one trailer. I'm gonna mount the camera right there, same spot as usual, and head on home. This is the last log of the day, and I'll haul another one tomorrow or the next day. And after that, it's back to harvesting. It's a pretty chunky log. It's probably on par with the first log I moved today. Might even be a little bit chunkier, but the bike should manage. Thankfully there's no hill climbs, so I should be good. Well, there she is. Third log of the day. Just gonna get it on the bed now, take off all the straps, and put away the bike for the day. Beauty. Just got one more log to move in the bush, and I'll have to start harvesting some more trees. But looking good. Looking good. Starting to become a routine now. I remember the first time trying to move a log or getting prepared to do this whole setup, and there was this I remember setting it up and it was so cold, such a cold day, just felt miserable doing it, setting it up. I was really dragging my feet doing it, even convincing myself, it's probably not even possible, it's probably too heavy for your bike. I'm glad I pushed through that, because well, now I got 3 logs on the bed and another one that's about to be placed on there too. It's 4 logs moved. There, that makes 4 logs hauled today. Well, actually 3. The other one was hauled the other day as a proof of concept. 4 logs resting on the bed, another one to go.